What's going to happen is robots will be able to do everything better than us.
The computer takeover is already underway thanks to artificial intelligence, or AI. On November 30th, 2022, this technology became accessible to the public for free through a tool developed by OpenAI called ChatGPT. It only took 5 days for it to reach 1 million users, whereas it took other sites like Facebook and Instagram 2 whole years. But this is much more than any other website or app, since it could be used for entertainment to even replace a great number of jobs worldwide. From what we can see, there are 5 major aspects of our lives to be transformed. The first one is the nature of work itself. The second is the way that businesses operate as a whole. The third is a total shift in the economy. The fourth will be our own process of pursuing relationships. And finally, the nature of our own life. So keep watching, because by the end of this video, I am going to tell you exactly what parts of our lives it'll turn upside down, and how you can increase your earning potential tenfold, because it's already here, and we cannot hide from it any longer. Elon's take on AI.
Mark my words, AI is far more dangerous than nukes.
But just why the sudden interest in developing such a thing? Well, despite constantly warning people about the risks of advancing technology to a point where it could replace humanity and saying that we should be careful about it, Elon Musk is one of the minds behind OpenAI, not only being one of the biggest backers behind the whole project, but also one of its founders back in 2015. At first glance, his goal for AI is total integration with human life, with the Tesla bot for the outside and Neuralink technology for the inside, as well as to help SpaceX reach its exploration objective. On the OpenAI's website, it states that its mission is to ensure that artificial general intelligence that outperforms humans at the most economically valuable work benefits of all humanity. So that can easily translate to, yes, we'll help create technology that will do anything you ever could but better, while still helping humanity, or at least help those who know how to use the technology. ChatGPT's success. It's amazing how ChatGPT managed to go from 0 to 1 million users in just 5 days after going live, making it the fastest growing app ever. Although most people have only been using it for entertainment purposes, you can go from having a fluid conversation about the weather outside to even creating entire essays from scratch. So the possibilities are truly endless. And all of this without even having direct access to the internet. This means that the more it learns from its developers and from user input, the more powerful it will become, as the magic of AI is that it is constantly learning from us, the final objective of becoming much better than us. Nature of work. The main fear that most people have from this technology is that it will eat up their jobs, and it's a very real fear, since uses for AI in the workplace go far beyond the office space. It's already been used to predict when to perform maintenance for factories and to determine property market values based on the current prices. But the difference between technologies that have improved workflow and AI is that AI actually has the capability to entirely replace sectors of basically every company. Now, for ChatGPT, the reason why it has gotten so much use is by using an interface that all of us are well accustomed to: chat. All you need to do is ask it a question, and the AI will spit out a response in the form of words, sentences, full documents, and even entire books. Later in the video, I'll tell you how to take advantage of this, so don't worry. But this isn't the only thing that OpenAI is experimenting with. It has also developed other artificial intelligence programs able to output more complex forms of media, like DALL-E, which can create any image based on the text that you give it, with the only limitation being your ability to type something. When does it become too much? So far, there's nothing to be afraid of though, but it's just one step closer to what scientists like Stephen Hawking have been fearing for decades, which is the creation of superintelligence. Now, this is the point where AI would get smarter than all of humankind put together and could also act on your behalf. So let's say you ask it to develop an online business from the ground up. With only getting that request, the AI of tomorrow could generate all the code needed, come up with a script for video ads, publish those ads on the sites that it considers most profitable according to the target audience, and collect the money for you. The only way to actually regulate how people choose to use this type of AI would be by heavily limiting who has access to it and programming it so that it cannot do harm to others. Think of it like the rules from the genie in the lamp. After that, the next step for AI evolution is what is known as technological singularity. This consists in the hypothetical future where technological growth advances to the point of not turning back, changing humanity forever. So to not let people lose their minds because of this, Elon Musk and all the people putting effort to make AI an everyday reality to try to mix it with our human needs, but they still warn about the risks that will come from the adaptation. Like, for example, Tesla's self-driving cars leading to unavoidable accidents, and AI taking millions of jobs in the near future. And this is why Sam Altman, OpenAI's co-founder with Elon Musk, talks about it as a utopia where everything will become effortless thanks to the support of AI, and that sacrifices will happen along the way to make this possible. Business operations. Since AI excel at constantly learning from existing information and previous knowledge, it can also be taught anything by dumping any type of data to turn it into the perfect employee. If an AI was given tens of thousands of sales calls, it would automatically learn what to say based on a previous response thanks to having analyzed every possible scenario, being already way more experienced than any other caller. And since it doesn't need to rest, it can also work around the clock. However, the reality is that AI has been starting to be used for more demanding tasks. Not so much for art though. Even if it came up with amazing images, it still has a hard time with some details, but rather to write seemingly original content all by having studied previous speech examples, which combined with how it can come up with people that don't exist and emulate the sound of human speech, means that we soon won't be able to tell the difference between real people and an AI online. Change in the economy. From an economic standpoint, there is a big chance that AI will put an end to capitalism as we know it, since it'll be able to reduce costs and make things cheaper. But then, fewer people would be able to afford everyday items and money wouldn't be able to get back into the economy. Back in 2021, Altman released a full article called Moore's Law for Everything, where he said that AI would make life more affordable for everyone. In fact, he went on to say that in as few as 10 years, AI would be able to generate every adult in the United States roughly $13,500 per year. Now sure, free money, well that sounds like a great deal, but it can also be seen as sort of a compensation for the breach in our lives. And it raises the question of, are we going to get a future where technology makes our lives easier, or one where it makes human labor redundant? So it depends on which side of the coin that you're looking at. On the plus side, the rise of the technology could lead to the implementation of fusion power, which would mean an entire restructure of society leading to cheaper energy and much less pollution. Relationships. Going a step further, AI could even change the way that we approach other humans on a romantic level. You could have software that has been trained with millions of interactions to reply as if it were a real person, training you for your next date or even replacing the need of being with someone real. Imagine having a partner that was able to show more interest in you than a regular person with none of the complications of human interaction, and that you could modify to your liking. For the physical part, Elon Musk and Tesla are already trying to make humanoids a reality with TeslaBot. Sure, its main goal now is to perform household activities, but in maybe 10 generations, it could be more aligned to fulfill more human-like needs. So in the near future, you could go to a Tesla dealership and purchase the perfect spouse for about $20,000. Way of life. Taking all of this into account, it is safe to say that AI will entirely change the way we see life as a whole, and it is already set to expand our knowledge and comprehension in every way imaginable, since humans' biggest flaw is our mortality. Imagine having robots that can survive without oxygen in the harshest of environments, while also having the ability to make intelligent decisions. If they get damaged, they could repair themselves as needed, and they could create the code needed to learn new skills as they go. This would highly increase the chances of us finding intelligent life in outer space and maybe even hospitable planets. That is the reality that we are living in, and AI is already a part of it. The only way we can truly take advantage of software like ChatGPT is to accept the change and use it to make ourselves more valuable instead of being opposed to it. Having AI write the replies for important emails in the best way possible, summarize entire books with only the most important information, and then use your extra time to perfect your work and maximize your own production. A completely digital era is almost here, and it is our job to use these resources wisely.